cut. Welcome to the top cut. Welcome to the top cut. Welcome to the top cut. Top cut. Welcome to the top cut. Welcome to the top cut. Welcome to the top cut.
Today's episode is brought to you by ETB Games. ETB Games is, of course, our locals in Alexandria, Louisiana. They are our one-stop shop for all of our card game needs. They have singles and sealed product for the games that you love, like Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering, and Pokemon. Of course, you can also find the accessories that you need, such as sleeves, binders, playmats, and more. And if you're into D&D, well, they have all of your D&D figurines, the paint for the figurines, dice, books, and anything that you would need to play. So be sure to check out ETB Games. There's a link in the description down below. And now, back to today's episode. Hello, everybody, and welcome into today's episode of the Top Cut Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast. I'm, of course, Sunny. I'm here with my co-host, Caleb.
Yo!
Come on, Caleb. More enthusiasm than that.
That was enthusiastic.
Okay, so we hope that everybody enjoyed the ad read we had at the beginning. We decided that now that we have like actual real sponsors, shout out Gem TCG. I know you probably saw their ad read Friday.
Yeah.
If you did, I'm glad. I hope you enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't, there's a Gem accessories link down below.
Yeah.
Check it out. We're very excited. So anyway, but yes, no, we're gonna be doing the ads a little bit differently from now on. So we're just basically gonna do the ad read before the intro, and then patron names, and then we'll like mention the affiliate, and it's all in an effort to get the intro a little bit more standardized, a little bit smoother,
A little bit shorter.
Yeah. So we're gonna try to keep the entire intro, ad reads, and opening song, keep everything under like 3-4 minutes.
As low as we can get. Not optionally.
Optimally.
Thank you.
Yeah. So the goal is to get everything a little bit more streamlined and flowing better for you guys, the listeners, because we have gotten feedback that our intros go a little bit long, and a lot of that is because we have a lot of patron names that we read out.
Yeah.
Which I get, but we do read them all out. So if you'll just bear with us, because that's what takes up a lot of time is the patron names. So let's chuckle through the patron names together, and then we'll be into the episode. So that'll hopefully be the structure from now on. So with that said, without further ado, let's do that. Let's get to the patron name. So a huge thank you to Cam Yang, Top Cuts, Trouble Sunny, and Caleb, Austin Johnson, Kane Martin, Marshawn Jones, Zyphris, Yeet the Feet, AD, Ash Blossom, and No Joy, Earth Machine Best Deck, Epi, Has Anyone Actually Read Toy Vendor, HGH Cyber, I Am McLincoln, Imagine Playing Yu-Gi-Oh! In 2022 on Earth in the Milky Way Galaxy in the Universe on Earth in 2022 playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Jarrett Helton, Mountain Man, Oatmeal Spaghetti, Owen Alvarado, Pig, Quitting the Game as a Floodgate, True, Rudolph Sprite Farter, Tear Laments Haviness Floodgate in Your Mouth, Unbanned Number 95, Konami, Understanding and Reading are two different things, Virtually Savior's World, You Still Play Dragon Link, Will Cry Mirror River while I'm dragging these nuts across your face, Aaron Gardner, Asami, Ashless Chaps, Brandon Potter, Cyberdark End Dragon is Actually Broken, and oh boy, the page refreshed on me. Hold on, wait, let me
No.
Yeah, let me find where I was at. Hold on. Duty Booty, Dragon, Maidenless Behavior, the Jerry Beans Man, King Henry, Old Man Red, Pin Code 143, Ray Powell, Shockmaster did nothing wrong, slaking it up. The Meta Killers podcast tries to indoctrinate Sunny and Caleb to play Flunder, #Flunder Best Deck, L plus ratio plus Appaloosa is not a floodgate, and where Appaloosa dating sim Konami. Thank you all so much for your continued support of the podcast. Of course, if you do want to have your name read off and made fun of, please be sure to check out our Patreon down below. It starts as low as $1 a month, and $5 and up tiers actually get merch after a couple of months. So if you're interested in that, please check it out. And also, please check out Millennium Threads, an awesome Etsy store where you can get some amazing Yu-Gi-Oh! Merch. They have a link down below as well as a discount code, TOPCUT10 for 10% off. And of course, be sure to check out Dragon Shield and TCG Player. We have affiliate links for both of those websites down below. Costs you nothing extra when you shop. You just click the link before you shop, and we get a little bit of kickback, and it helps us out. So,
Heck yeah.
Yep, look at that. Intro right at 4 minutes, and that was with a bunch of talking. That's
awesome.
Great. We're on it. So, well, I say that. There's also a song that has to go in there in an ad read. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We're right on there.
Well, I mean, the song.
We're working on it, okay? I promise.
Yeah, the song's about 10 seconds long. Let's just say 15. Actual ad video, if I recall, is about 45 seconds. So that's about an extra minute on top of that.
Yeah, it'll be all right. You'll figure
Yeah,
it out.
it'll be fine. We'll figure it out.
I talked for more than a minute, so.
Okay, so to start with, we have a bunch of new cards.
Yeah, so that's basically what we're going to spend most of the episode on. Like,
Yeah, because there were a bunch of cards released between literally last Thursday and this past Sunday.
yeah, so what's crazy is the last 2 episodes have just been new cards and mailbag. And today's episode is going to be new cards and mailbag.
Mostly new cards because like it's because in the OCG they're gearing up for their next big release, which is
Photon Hypernova.
Photon Hypernova.
Yes.
So it's just new card after new card after new card after new card because it's an entire set of new cards.
Right.
Yeah.
And then TCG, we're getting all of the announcements for Darkwing Blast, which a lot of it we already knew about because we got the OCG announcements.
Yeah. But then there's then of course there's also the world premiere TCG exclusive cards.
Yes.
And that's the big thing that we're also going to be covering as well.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So before we get into these cards, there's a couple of things we want to talk about. First off, we need your help. We have this big open space right here, and we don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, my thought was if we can possibly locate like the first Yu-Gi-Oh movie, like the movie poster,
Ooh, that would be cool.
in a nice frame.
Counterpoint. What if we robbed an OTS store and got their Yu-Gi-Oh neon sign?
No,
Okay.
the law requires that we state that this is a joke.
Jokingly. I jokingly robbed an OTS store for their Yu-Gi-Oh sign.
Ooh, better idea. So, we can go to Nick, right?
Okay, ETV Games in Alexandria, Louisiana.
Yeah, go to Nick, and I can challenge him to a game of Magic. And
You would lose.
And if I win, come on, dude, I've told you about my Goblin BS.
Okay, first of all, I still don't understand it. Second of all, even if I did, you still lose. He's like a pro. He's really good.
Bro, you can't stop literally infinite mana gain and 1 damage at a time infinitely.
I don't know. He'll figure out a way to do it.
Sure.
You need to challenge him to a game of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yes.
That way you win.
Anyway, so moving along, let's actually get into the new cards now.
Okay, let's start with some ninja stuff.
Yeah, some new ninjas.
All right, so we're going to start off with Geo the Weighted Ninja. Level 8 Earth Rock effect monster, 2300 attack, 2900 defense. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. 1, if this card is normal or special summoned or flip face up, you can target up to 2 monsters on the field. Change them to face down defense position. Opponent's monsters change to face down defense position by this card effect cannot change their battle positions. Nice. 2, if another monster or monsters on the field is flip face up while this monster is on the field, you can target 1 card your opponent controls and destroy it. So they can't decide if it's Geo the Weighted Ninja or Geo the Stacked Ninja. But he's got a stack of induction coils, but he's also wearing a weighted armor. So, yeah, and it's J-I-O, so it's spelled Gio, but it's pronounced Geo, like G-E-O. So.
Yeah, like geothermal.
Anyway.
Yes. Next up, another fusion.
Another fusion?
Yaguramaru, the Armored Ninja.
Yo, why this dude looking like Kagamucho of the Six Samurai?
He do, though.
Yeah.
But hold on, he's also got, like, some boosters that he stole off of a Sprite monster?
There's no way.
No, that's what it looks like.
It really does.
And then it's like, is that an armory arm with an iron chain wrapped around it?
No. Armor arm has claws. It's pointier.
Yeah, but it's in a fist.
That's like an iron gauntlet.
Maybe, you can't see the fingers. I'm just like, what is this dude?
That dude's literally just Frankie from One Piece.
Just about. Level 5 Dark Machine Fusion Effect Monster. 2000 attack, 2000 defense, materials, 2 ninja monsters with different types. Must either be fusion summoned or special summoned by attributing the above cards you control.
Okay.
1. If this card is special summoned or flip face up, you can banish 1 other ninja or ninjutsu art card from your hand, graveyard, or face up field, then target a card on the field and banish it. It can only use this effect if this card's name once per turn. It's not great. It's decent removal, but it's targeted removal. Meh.
I'd rather run Shureg in Tri-Brigades.
Yeah, exactly. It's a non-targeting. It's a non-targeting banish that doesn't require you to banish something of your own.
Yeah. All right, next we have a World Shrouded in Darkness. It's a field spell card, which is always treated as a ninjutsu art card. When your ninja monster inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can target one card they control, destroy it.
That's pretty solid.
And not once per turn. 2, if this face-up card in its owner's field zone leaves the field by an opponent's card effect and sent to your graveyard or banished, you can target any number of ninja monsters with different names in your graveyard, special summon them in face-down defense position.
Yo. It lets you punish your opponent for outing your field spell.
Honestly, yeah.
That's funny.
But not with Baxia.
Yeah, because it shuffles it back in the deck.
Yeah.
If it said, or if it's sent back to the deck, do this. Oof. Please note that the card's name is based on a Japanese idiom or phrase that obviously ties back to ninjas. Cool.
By the way, if anybody has any of those Adidas sneakers or a Rescue Rabbit plushie, hit me up.
Good.
I just wanted to throw that out there because I thought about it.
Look-
I saw Caleb's slides because that's all Caleb wears is slides. So if you got some Blue Eyes White Dragon slides or some Dark Magician Adidas in a size 13, our P.O. box is down below. All right, let's talk about the card that's going to completely break Yu-Gi-Oh!
What, triple tactic tasking?
Yeah.
I love the first line is, what if you could search the out?
Dog, this card is crazy.
Okay, so
You want to read it?
sure. Triple tactic tasking. Normal spell. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. 1. If your opponent has activated a monster effect this turn, set a normal spell or trap directly from your deck, except another copy of itself. It cannot be activated this turn, or if your opponent controls a monster, you can add that card to your hand instead. Translator note, the card is not in fact just triple tactic, the Sansen part of the Japanese card name. The go part can mean, among other things, shout or command when part of larger word, with tasking being the closest alliteration that loosely fits the card's image of ordering. So basically, triple tactics talent, triple tactics order.
Yeah.
Or command.
And you can actually see the
samurai from Triple Tactics talent.
yeah, like the thing that he's holding.
It's war. Yeah, it's a war fan.
The war fan.
Yes.
It looks like a shield on a stick.
Yeah, it was for commanding troops. They're designed to be wide and bright, so you're able to see it from the battlefield.
Okay, well that thing that is on Triple Tactics talent that looks like a shield on a stick, he's holding it in his hand.
Yes.
So.
Overall,
This card's insane. This card's literally broken.
yeah. Oh my god, just if your opponent, what's the name of that monster? Gammas you. It's free real estate.
Gamma.
Cypher Gear Gammas you, because not only do they activate a monster
yeah.
effect, they also special summon monsters to their field.
Nib is officially garbage.
It's free real estate.
So is Nib.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was adding
Yeah,
on to,
yeah.
It's free real estate. For
Okay,
Nib,
so
yeah.
let's break it down like piece by piece.
Jesus.
If your opponent activates a monster effect this turn, so this includes hand traps or any monsters they have on the field, something engraved, whatever. It doesn't matter where
Now,
it activates.
This is not a quick play spell. It is a normal spell.
Right. Set one normal spell or trap directly from your deck except itself. Okay. Then it can't be activated. So you can set a spell. You can set...
You could theoretically set like a Regeki.
Right, but
you
it can't
can't-
be activated. Right.
Yeah.
Or you can set a trap.
Which then, when you pass your turn, will be live.
Right, a normal trap. So think about the power of normal traps in today's metagame.
Dimensional Barrier.
Dimensional Barrier, Harpy's Feather Storm, 2 cards that we already do not have responses to. Eradicator Epidemic Virus, Ice Dragon's Prison, Ghastly Glitch.
Terrors from the Underroot.
Yeah, these are all broken cards that you can just set.
Directly
I mean,
from the deck.
Labyrinth players can set Welcome Labyrinth.
Oh yeah. Well, so like the biggest thing about that though is specifically in the Labyrinth matchup, the setting from deck is great, But to me, it feels more like a win more thing. I would still run it to punish the Ash, but
Yeah, but you want to win more.
Exactly.
That's what that deck needs more than anything, is to win more.
yeah.
Or if your opponent controls a monster, add that card to your hand instead.
But here's the thing: it doesn't say that you can't activate it this turn if you add it to your hand.
Right.
So you can just add a Harpy. So if your opponent's got 5 back row and they gamut you just go, cool, add Harpy's Feather Duster, Harpy's Feather Duster.
Right. It's insane.
And then you get Starlight Road and you just dial it on the inside because they run Starlight Road.
Okay, let me hit you with this, right? What if your opponent nibs you and then you search Triple Tactics Talent?
Even
and then you just Pot of Greed or rip a card from their hand.
Even funnier. Funnier, not better. I think that's probably one of the best things you could do.
Yeah.
Funnier is if you're in a link spam deck, you add Into the Verains and just keep going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
Think about the ability to search any normal spell or trap in the game. Some of the most broken cards in Yu-Gi-Oh!
I'm just going to add a Change of Heart to hand. If it was legal, you can add the pots.
Yeah.
You can add Pot of Extravagance, Pot of Prosperity. If it was legal, Pot of Greed.
Okay. Triple Tactic Tasking. Let's make a list of what this card can add to your hand, right? Let's think about this. Let's conceptualize.
I want to say that's probably several thousand cards.
Yeah, but let's just talk about some of the most broken.
Small World.
Sure. Pot of Duality, Extravagance, or Prosperity.
Mm-hmm. Or Pot of Avarice if you're crazy and running that for some reason.
Whatever, any of the pot cards. You can add Change of Heart. You can add Lightning Storm.
Regeki.
Harpy's Feather Duster. Darkhole. I don't know why you'd be running Darkhole. Monster Reborn. Triple Tactics Talent.
Monster Reincarnation.
Potentially. Mm-hmm. The amount of utility that this card provides. You can even add engine cards. Marincess Dive.
Mm-hmm.
Sword Soul Emergence. In today's modern Yu-Gi-Oh! This card essentially says add any card in your deck to your hand. Think about that.
Oh, yeah. You could also add Reinforcement of the Army, Emergency Call.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of other searchers.
Sky Striker, Mobilize, Engage.
Yeah.
The card searches Engage.
I thought Engage was a quick play.
No.
Which one am I thinking? I'm thinking of Shark Cannon.
A lot of them are quick play.
Yeah.
Hornet Drones, I believe, is a quick play, and so is Widow Anchor. Anyway.
Like, literally the only archetype that I can think of that cannot utilize this at all is literally Mr. Rune. Because all their stuff is either quick play or a field spell.
I thought Tip was a normal spell.
It might be. I don't know.
Fact checking live.
That's beside the point. Like, wait, what? Vanilla traps, not vanilla traps, normal traps, normal spells. What normal spells?
Nope, I'm done. Runic Tip is definitely a quick play.
Yeah. What normal spells does Trilament play? Polymerization?
Potentially. Not really that much, actually.
But they could.
I mean, who cares? They can search Dark Ruler no more.
Evenly matched?
Yeah, actually. Yeah.
Oh, no. You put me in a position where I can't even continue with it. I'll just grab an evenly matched and set it and just it. Pass.
How about this? Your opponent activates a monster effect. They went first. Activate this. Search evenly matched. And then just evenly them.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, you search Emporium.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane. The card is literally insane. So, yeah. Just think about that. This card
it's
actually changes deck building. This card changes conceptually how we play the game. This card changes everything. It's one of the most broken cards ever to be put to paper. It's actually insane. This card should not exist. It breaks every rule.
Listen. Konami just reprinted a lot of their expensive staples, so they're not expensive anymore. In air quotes. So now they need new expensive staples. In air quotes.
It's insane.
So, moving right along, I think we've talked enough about that. I think it's time that we all talk about our Lord and Savior, Antichrist.
Go for it.
Okay. Literally, I say that because literally the URL on Yu-Gi-Oh! Organization for these cards is literally just yugoorganization.com/antcult.
Wow.
Because it's a bunch of Insector Haga cards, or Weevil Underwood as we know them over here in the TCG.
Yeah.
So, you want to read these out, or should I?
You read it.
Okay. Beginning with Bio Insect Armor. It is a monster retrain of the old Insect Armor.
Yeah.
15 level 5 Earth Insect, 1500 attack, 2000 defense. You only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. If this card is in your hand or graveyard and you do not control Bio Insect Armor, you can target an insect monster you control. Equip with this card, but then banish this card when that equipped monster and that equipped monster when they leave the field. Why would you equip it then? The equipped monster gains 1500 attack and 2000 defense during the battle phase and main phase 2 only. There is no point in equipping this. It is an equip spell with extra steps.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
To be fair, because it's a monster, you can Foolish Burial it, then equip it from the graveyard.
It seems like it could have potential in Zector.
The issue being, though, is that last little bit. But banish this card and that equip monster when they leave the field. To be fair, that is attached to if you use its big insect armor's Bio Insect Armor's effect to equip it. If you use like an Zector effect to equip it, it doesn't get that effect.
Okay.
But you still get the equipped effect. Next up, we have Giant Messiah. See, they were going somewhere with the ant cult joke.
True.
Its translated name would probably be more like Giant Ant Lion. Level 3.
It's like an ant lion with the big jaws.
Level 3 Earth Insect Monster. 1200 attack, 1500 defense. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. 1. When your opponent's monster declares an attack, you can special summon this card from your hand.
Okay.
Forces a replay. 2. If this card is normal or special, you can equip it with an insect monster from your graveyard as an equip spell, which gives it 500 attack and defense. So it actually comes out at 17,200. Once per turn, at the start of the damage step, if an insect monster battles, you can target one card you control, one card your opponent controls, destroy them. So your opponent declares attack, special, equip. Replay, attack, cool, pop.
You can pop the one that you just equipped and it.
Yep.
That's crazy. Next, we have Perfect Great Insect. Level 9 Earth Insect Fusion Effect Monster, 3000 attack, 2600 defense. Materials are 1 level 8 monster and 1 level 8 insect monster and 1 level 7 insect monster.
That's such strange materials.
And they're so incredibly specific. It's not level 8 plus or 7 plus. It's
Level
one level 8
8
and 1 level 7.
And a level 7.
Must first either be a fusion summoned or special summoned for your extra deck by tributing one insect monster with 2000 or more defense equipped with an equip card. Okay, cheated out. You can only special summon one Perfect Great Insect once. You can only special summon this card once per turn. Or like cards with this name once per turn. 1 cannot be short battle. 2 once per battle phase. If there is a face-up card in the field zone, quick effect, you can destroy all monsters your opponent controls.
That's funny. This is for like giant ballpark shenanigans, but then also this is a fusion retrain of
Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth.
No, I think it's just Ultimate Great Moth, not Perfectly Ultimate. It's Perfectly Ultimate.
Perfect Great Insect.
Yeah, but it's weird because like it doesn't have the stats of Perfectly Ultimate, but it's got the stat line of Great Moth. Yeah, it's just weird.
It is weird.
Next up, we have Giant Ball Shoot, which is in reference to the Giant Ballpark field spell.
Yes.
Continuous spell card. You can only use use one of the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn, and only once that turn. So you can either get its first effect or its second effect, but not both.
Yes.
When this card is activated, you can target a level 6 or lower insect monster in your graveyard. If you do, special summon it. That's weird. That wording's weird. So,
it's really weird.
On activation, monster born a level 6 or lower insect monster.
Did you target it? Yes. Then okay, you can special summon.
Yeah. 2. You can reveal an insect in your hand, then target a face-up monster your opponent controls, and one insect monster you control with lower attack than the revealed monster. Switch control of both, and if you do, the monster to control it becomes an insect. So it's kind of got that weird "I'ma steal your insect monsters" thing.
I don't even know what to think, bro.
So you got to reveal a insect from your hand, and then you give your opponent, take one of your opponent's monsters, and then you give them, what was it? You give them an insect with lower attack than the revealed monster. Why the?
I don't know, dude.
It's both a better and a worse creature swap. It's got more limitations, but then you yourself get to pick what you're stealing. Then I'm just like, oh, but it's also permanent. You just get it permanently.
Yeah, I guess it could be interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. Also, the fact that it turns it into the fact that you can turn it into an insect. Note, the proxy on the left has its first effect written differently from the text box at the bottom of the picture. The text we have translated is the one in the bottom box. This is also the text that was in the script read by the host on the stream. The one in the picture reads, during the main phase of the turn in which this card was activated, you can special summon a level 6 or lower insect monster in your graveyard. In other words, you still get your insect monster, but instead of selecting your target when the card's first activated and summoning a resolution, you can activate it at other points of your main phase during the turn in which the card was activated and does not target. Yu-Gi-Oh! Organizations does not know which one of those is correct. Because all these cards are revealed on a live stream that Konami does for new sets, where they show off some of the new cards.
Yeah.
And yeah, so they'll show like the full card and all the text, and then have another black box text so you can more clearly see the text, and the people on the show actually read it out. What was on the card and what was shown on the actual screen and what was read out were two different texts. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Organization is not sure which one is supposed to be the real one.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Yu-Gi-Oh!organization.com/hide and seek.
Hide and seek. There's no K.
Oh, yes.
Because you're going to talk about hiding C. So, there is a new cockroach card.
Yes.
So,
along the lines of Max C, Contact C, Confronting the C, Max Seed Squatter.
Yes. Guys, I have the coolest Contact C story. Caleb, can you give me my binder?
Sure.
Yeah, I know. This is really stupid. Okay, so when I was at YCS Niagara, we met a bunch of really cool people. I met a bunch of cool people. Caleb wasn't there. So I met a bunch of cool people. And one of the people that I got to meet was the one and only Paulo. Now, Paulo, for those of you that don't know, is one of the most prolific players to ever come from South America, like at all. And one of the things that he was doing was he had a few cards that were in Portuguese. Portuguese is a really, really, really difficult card, or it's a difficult language to get cards in because they're basically only printed for Brazil and Portugal. And they're way behind for whatever reason.
Yeah. Like, that's part of the reason why some of our past OTX packs just had weird cards in it.
Their OTS packs are like 10 cards bigger than ours.
Yeah, because they're
literally just trying to catch up.
Yeah, like what was OTS 17, I believe, had a bunch of Inzektor stuff in it because they had never gotten Inzektors in Portuguese.
Something like that. Okay, and here's the other really funny part. Because the Portuguese OTS packs print all of these extra crazy cards in common,
it's harder to get.
It's destroyed the common charity format. So like the common charity format is where that you're only allowed to play commons. It's destroyed the format because you have all these cards that are theoretically playable, but they're really expensive because you can only get them in Portuguese.
And OTS packs.
Yeah. So, but me and Paolo were going through all these cards trying to figure out what cards we could do for a swap. And he was nice enough to swap me 2 contact C's in Portuguese inside them for me. But the very funny part is that cockroach in Portuguese starts with a B, so it's B contacto.
It's contact B.
Yeah.
That's great.
Okay, I know that that's really random and a really like weird side.
I
thing.
wonder if they change the like the C battle squatter, the vanilla level 4, who has like the belt with the C on it.
Yeah, it's B.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. It's shiny C squatter.
Yeah, so for there it'd be like shiny B squatter.
Yeah. It's so funny. Okay, so this is part of that archetype. It's hiding C. Konami's going all out to get you to play B-Trooper.
They really are.
Level 7 Earth Insect Effect Monster, 1300 attack, 2500 defense. You can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. 1. When your opponent special summons a monster or monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand in face down defense position. And if you do, change it to face up defense position during the end phase of this turn. 2. If this card is flipped face up during the end phase, destroy all special summoned monsters on the field. So you can just wipe most of your opponent's board if you feel like it.
And they can only fuse it away.
Yeah, because it's face down.
This is better than Contact C.
What? No, it's not.
Okay, so the thing about Contact C is that if your opponent...
Yeah, they can Xyz, Link, or Synchro it away.
Yeah, but with this thing, you can't even do that. So then they either end their turn right there to minimize the destruction, or just keep going and lose their field anyway.
Potentially.
To be fair, whenever at the end of the end phase, whenever it gets flipped face up and then activates its flip effect, their opponent could respond to it, but they can't Veiler it.
All right, because it's not during the main phase.
And I don't think they can Imperm. I don't remember if Imperm says target a monster or one of your opponent's monsters.
One of your opponent's monsters.
Okay, so they can't Imperm it.
It summons it to your field.
Yeah, okay. I don't know why I thought it summoned it to your opponent's field.
I don't know either.
Yeah. Anyway, and like for the most part, anyway, it's not a super poly target for anything because it's
Well, that doesn't matter. They can't super poly it away.
They can. No, super poly says face up, huh?
Yeah.
Okay,
I think so. It doesn't make any sense for super poly to be able to do a face down card from your opponent's field because you can't verify what it is before verifying if you have a target.
That's fair. Anyway, okay, so like, but still, the fact that like if you're okay, I see, because this is also only good on turn 0 before you had a chance to go.
It does say monster from either's field,
okay,
but there's no way to verify. So, to me, anyway.
Anyway, yeah, but specifically for this guy. So then, like, if it's on turn 0, you're going second. You have this guy in your hand, and he flips. Your opponent loses their board. They have to spend one of their negates.
Potentially. All right. Next, we have Tree Crown Armor Per Biogram. What a name.
Oh my god, I love the URL for this one. Have you considered playing Bee Troopers?
Yet.
Are you taking the hint? Yeah, have you considered playing Bee Troopers yet? Are you taking the hint?
Unreal.
Because it's even more insect stuff.
Yo, dog, I heard you like bugs.
Tree Crown Armor Per Biogram.
All right, so it is a level 9 Earth Insect Effect Monster, like regular effect monster. 3,400 attack, 2,000 defense. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned from your hand by banishing 3 insect and/or plant monsters from your hand and/or graveyard. You can only special summon Tree Crown Armor Per Biograms once per turn. 1. Your opponent cannot activate monster effects in response to the activation of your spell, trap cards, and effects. 2. Once per turn, you can destroy all face-up monsters on the field except insect and plant monsters. Also, this card cannot attack directly this turn.
This is Trap Trick support.
This card's broken.
And it's Trap Trick support.
And B-Trooper support.
Yeah.
This card's broken.
Like, yeah, but like the reason why I say Trap Trick is because it says 3 insect and or plants, and then later it says insect and plants. I'm like, that's Trap Trick.
Yeah.
And your opponent can't respond to spell or trap cards.
Yeah.
Note, Armorperer, because Kotai, which is Emperor, has the first kanji replaced with armor.
I guess we'll see what the English translation comes out to be.
Yeah. I mean, Armor Emperor just sounds cool, in my opinion.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll let you do the Abyss Actor cards.
Oh, yes, my favorite theme. Maru.
I don't get it.
It's I think it's an onomatopoeia joke. Okay, so we have Solitary Shingo's Abyss Actor Comeback Tour. The show, my dear, must go on. Okay, so we have a bunch of new Abyss Actors. For those who don't know what those are, I don't know what those are, so we're learning together. Let's see. Begin with, we have Abyss Actor Liberty Dramatist. Level 4 Dark Fiend Pendulum. It's a pendulum deck. Great.
Abyss Actors have been a thing forever.
I've never seen any of their cards.
Yeah, no, this is not a new deck. This is support.
No, I figured this was support, and that's why I made the comment, because, like, some of the stuff is like, oh, yeah, this is new support, and I was like, oh, it's an archetype I don't know about.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, this is more support.
Yeah, so 1500 attack, 1500 defense, pendulum scale of 8. Pendulum effect. You can only use the pendulum effect of this card's name once per turn. When a monster declares an attack, discard a card, special summon this card to your opponent's field. Why? Monster effect. You can only see first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. 1. If this card is special summoned from a pendulum zone, this card's owner reveals 3 Abyss scripts from their deck. Their opponent randomly picks one of them for this card's owner to set to their field, but destroyed in the end phase. Also, the rest shuffled back into the deck. If this card is destroyed, you can shuffle an Abyss script spell from your graveyard to your deck. But you're special summoning this thing to your opponent's field. And then your opponent... Oh, this card's owner. So your opponent gets it, and then you do the Abyss script stuff. Because you're the owner, not the controller.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Everything about that archetype is weird.
Yeah. You want to get the next one, or want me to keep going?
I guess I can get the next one.
All right, it's the Link
Super Producer. All right, Abyss Actor Super Producer. Link 2 Dark Fiend Link Effect Monster. 1600 attack, arrows bottom left, bottom right. Materials, 2 monsters, including a Fiend monster. You can only use the effect of this card's name once per turn. 1 during the main phase quick effect. You can target one face-up card you control, destroy it, then you can apply one of these effects. 1. Place 1 Abyss Playhouse Fantastic Theater from your deck in your field zone, or place 1 Abyss Actor Pendulum Monster from your deck in your pendulum zone. Yo, this card's crazy.
Oh yeah, no, that just sounds great. Next up, we have a normal spell card, Abyss Actor's Dress Rehearsal. Start your main phase 1, add an Abyss Actor card and an Abyss script spell from your deck to your hand. Also, you can have Pendulum Summon Monster rest its turn. After this card resolves, accept Abyss Actors. Yo, that's just a +1 for free.
Yeah.
Jesus.
The deck has always read insane. The issue is...
It just doesn't turn out that
No,
way.
it's one of those decks that keeps going and going and going and going and going.
But
and
has
going and
nowhere
going
to
and
go?
going and going. Yes. Exactly.
The Japanese version of this card's name is Wasiago. Japanese made-up loanwords derived from General Probe, a final rehearsal performed under the same conditions as live performance with the same stage costume, etc. It's German for thorough training. Oh, and last we have a new Abyss script. Dramatic story. You can normal spell card. You can only activate 1 card of this card's name per turn. 1. Target an Abyss Actor Pendulum monster you control. Special summon an Abyss Actor Pendulum monster with a different name from your deck. Now to place that target into your pendulum zone or destroy it. Interesting. 2. If this set card in its owner's control destroy my opponent's card effect and you have face up Abyss Actor Pendulum in your extra deck, you can return up to 2 cards on the field to the hand. Pretty solid, I guess. I don't know much about the deck, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's... I think that they're good support cards for any deck, right? Especially like a Pendulum deck, being able to pop scales, add field spell. It's just a lot of good things it can do. But...
what's the payoff?
Exactly.
Yeah, like, that's great and all. What's the payoff?
Yes.
So next thing, we have the full set full set release for OTS Tournament Pack 20.
Yes. So all we're missing is the token. But just to kind of quickly go through it, you have, let's go through this like this. I don't really have the
Specific rarities.
Yeah, actually, I take that back. I definitely have the specific rarities. Okay, so your ultis are Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherry, Sky Striker Ace Ray, and Aluber the Jester of Despia. So these were exactly the ones that we mentioned last episode.
The rumors come out. They were true.
Yes, the rumors are true. So we do have, as we said last time, they're fine, right? They're not great ultimate rares, but they're not terrible.
Kind of missing the train station on that one, ain't on those two of those, aren't they?
Yeah, Aluber's still going to see play in the Bisted Despia deck, but
to be fair, Ghost Reaper just comes in and out of formats.
Yeah, Ghost Reaper is a good generic card that comes in and out. And Ray, it's like Ray. It feels like Ray is like, okay, we did the rest of the deck. Let's just do Ray.
Yeah.
And so they just throwing Ray out there. But I don't like the Aluber ultimate rare here. I understand people want that deck to have like higher rarity cards because the deck is actually fairly cheap. But I just don't think that this is necessary.
Yeah.
I would rather have seen Torrential Tribute here, right?
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
All right, super rares. We have Nico Main King. This is a great reprint. This card was like $10.
Also, it's the first holo printing.
Yes, it is.
That's cool.
Herald of the Orange Light. This is also another great super rare reprint. Herald of the Orange Lights had an ultimate rare, and then it had a star foil, and that was it, I think.
Yeah.
So this will be a good, nice super
yeah.
rare. Yeah, it had a bunch of commons, but all the commons were $10 to $12.
Yeah.
So. Nimble Beaver, this is a card that only came as common, and it's seeing a lot of play in the Sprite deck right now. So good card. Enkamufrite? Enkamufrite? This is a pendulum card I've never heard of, but for some reason it's got a super rare printing here. Gadget Gamer. Actually, I think this card didn't have a reprint at all, and it's like a Morphtronic card that the deck needs with all the Morphtronic part. Yeah, when this card's normal summon, you can add one level 1 machine monster from your deck to your hand.
I think that's the new one.
No, it's definitely not the new one.
Because it kind of, from this angle, it kind of looks like the new Gadget Hauler.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Morphtronic Earphon, which is a level 4 Morphtronic Synchro monster. Cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Ninja Grandmaster Saizo. So this card is actually kind of crazy. This card was bought out to around the $20 mark, which is crazy because nobody told me, because I've got 8 of them sitting in my bulk. Nobody once told me that this card was bought out. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
I didn't know this card was bought out. To be fair, all the new Ninja stuff looks really fun.
Yeah, I found out this card was bought out after they announced a reprint. But yeah, no, this card was bought out so during your main phase, you can set one Ninjutsu Art Spell Trap directly from your deck. You can use this effect once per turn. Well, this card points to a monster or monsters. This card cannot be targeted for your attack. Also, your opponent cannot target it with card effects. So, but essentially, it lets you set that ninja field spell directly from the deck.
Oh, nice. Yeah, no, that's very important for ninjas.
Because it's always treated as a ninjutsu art card. So.
Yeah.
Ninjutsu art notebook. You can send any ninja monster from your hand to the graveyard to set a ninjutsu art spell trap directly from your deck, except for notebook. So there's one where that lets you like send a ninjutsu art card from your field to draw a card or draw 2 cards. So you can literally use this to set that one and then flip it and then send the continuous and then draw 2.
Yeah, if you set one of the
draw cards.
No, if you do one of the spells.
Yeah. I think now we're into the commons.
Yeah.
Grave of the Super Ancient Organism. Actually, no, I think this might also be a super. Yeah, because it goes. Yeah, this traps. Yeah, so this is gonna be a super probably. Grave of the Super Ancient Organism. This is a great reprint. This is a card that has seen stints of playability here and there. It's
one of those cards.
Really expensive.
Yeah, it's one of those cards that like people have been trying to figure out how to utilize it, because when it goes off and works, Jesus.
It's awesome. Next, Elephant Statue Disaster is like fine, I guess.
I don't know why.
King of the Swamp. This is a great reprint.
Oh yeah, no, those
really
are
great
kind of
reprint.
expensive.
Yeah, they were like $10. Naturia Marin. There's Naturia stuff coming out.
Is Marin the orange like like puffball looking one.
Yes.
Okay.
That was never played. Ninja Grandmaster Hanzo. This is a very good one. When this is normal summon, you add a Ninjutsu art card from your deck to your hand. And when it's flip or special summon, you add a Ninja monster from your deck to your hand, except for itself. It's honestly, really good reprint. These are actually also getting expensive. Blackwing Tornado, the Reverse Wind, Blackwing Armed Wing. These are both reprinted for
Black Wings.
Black Wings. Number 22, Zombie Stein. This is a card that was a jump promo, and then it was like released as like a secret rare in a set or something like that. So it was kind of expensive. Abyss Dweller. This card doesn't need to be here. It's a $1 card. Hidden Village of Ninjutsu Arts. Okay, we get it. Amazon of Shamanism. Why is this here? Ninjutsu Art of Duplication. Sure, and the band played on. Actually, a good reprint.
Oh yeah.
Naturia Sacred Tree. Actually, a good reprint. And Mimesis Elephant. Sure, there's a lot of decent stuff here. There's a lot of stuff that will be good and used when we get around to getting the new Ninja cards and the new Naturia cards.
But like
sure,
a lot of that's just kind of a
garbage,
I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you literally read it and go, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, so now we have the imports and world premieres for the TCG version of Darkwing Blast.
Yeah, so we're only going to be reading off the actual world premiere cards.
Yeah, the new stuff.
Yeah. So let's start with Spellbound. Spellbound is a secret rare card. It is a quick play spell card. All face-up monsters your opponent currently controls cannot be tributed or used as material for a fusion, a synchro, exceeds, or link summon until the end of this turn.
It's just a worse D-Prison.
Yes. And you can say that it has application against Fluanderees, which I guess to a point it does.
But if they activate anything to blow it up before summoning anything, like Harpy Show the Dust or Lightning Storm, etc., etc.
Okay, yeah. So basically, if you set Spellbound, when they go to their turn,
if they just like Lightning Storm it,
yeah. At least D-Prison is like chainable.
Yeah.
Right? You don't need any. You don't have to fulfill any conditions. They don't have to have monsters on their field.
Yeah.
This card, it only affects the monsters that are currently on their field.
Yeah. So if they have nothing and you chain it, nothing happens.
Exactly.
Okay. Next up, we have Bear Rock Dragon. Common.
Yeah.
Level 6.
Just to talk a little bit more about Spellbound, people were like,
oh yeah,
this is a secret rare. Like people were freaking out about this card. This card is not good.
Yeah,
I want to emphasize that.
It reads broken, but then whenever you actually just think about the various situations that Spellbound will see itself in, because it's a quick play spell that you have to set.
Right.
Like the only time that I see that this is actively usable is literally during your turn against Fluanderees, and you're going second.
Potentially, yeah.
Like I said, next we have Bear Rock Dragon, Earth Dino, level 6, 2300 attack, 800 defense. If a monster you control in your hand, if a monster you control or in your hand is destroyed by battle or card effect, special this card from your hand. Alright, that's alright, I guess. If this card is in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card, you can target a dino and or rock monster in your graveyard. Special summon them. It's alright, I guess.
I mean, it's fine.
Yeah. Salamander Catalyzer. Jeez, this is a fiery card.
Yeah.
Level 4 Fire Fiend Effect Monster. 1600 attack, 200 defense. It's a rekindling target.
For no reason.
Yeah. You can reveal this card and a Fiend monster in your hand. Special summon one of them and discard the other. This is Dark World support.
Potentially.
Because it discards for effect. When a monster is destroyed by battle involving your Fiend monster while this card is in your graveyard, you can add this card to your hand. You can only use each effect of Salamander Catalyzer once per turn.
Yes.
Okay, this card just looks cool. Tilting Entertainment. Common, level 8 Earth Machine Synchro, 2000 attack, 1600 defense. Materials, a tuner and a non-tuner. Ooh, excuse me, tuner and a non-tuner. If this card is synchro summoned, you can special summon a level 4 lower pendulum monster from your hand or face up from your extra deck. At the end of the damage step, when this card or your pendulum monster battles an opponent's monster, but the opponent's monster was not destroyed by the battle, you can destroy that opponent's monster. This is not a good card.
It is not.
It's, well, It might have applications with its first effect at some point in the future.
Eventually.
Yeah. And then, of course, Destructive Daruma Karma Can, which you already talked about.
Yes. All right. So moving on, let's talk about the Springens cards. All right. So do you want to read off this new Springens card, or should I?
I'll do it.
Okay, go ahead.
I've been doing them all at this point so far. It's time.
Wait, whoa.
No. I meant that as in, like, I've gotten a flow going. So now it's time for
Sure.
Avalos to eat crud, apparently. We have Gigantic Champion Sargass.
I feel like I just got targeted for an
Sargass.
attack.
Rank 8 Fire Machine, 2000 attack, 1500 defense. Materials. Simply 2 or more level 8 monsters. Once a turn, you can also exceed summon Gigantic Champion Sargass using a Spriggan's Exceed monster you control. Transfers materials to this card.
It's got to be Sargass.
It's gotta be Sargass. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. 1. If this card has material, you can add a Spriggan's or Ethereum card from your deck to your hand. Once per turn, just activate effect, search.
Okay.
2. If an Exceeds monster materials is attached, you can target a card on the field, either destroy or return to the hand. So it's both anti-Exceed support and also Exceed support.
Naturally.
It's weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like what I find hilarious about his 2 effect is that if your opponent makes an Exceed and attaches for his effect, you can chain it, his effect will go proc.
Yeah. All right. You're in the flow. Keep going.
All right, cool. Tally ho! Spriggans with exclamation points. I love the tally ho on that.
Dude, I love when they do like exclamation points and question marks and stuff on cards.
Quick play spell. You can only use either the first or second effect of this card's name once per turn. When you activate this card, you can also attach up to 3 materials from your Exceeds monsters. 1. Add a Spriggan's monster from your deck to your hand. Then if you detach any materials, when you activate this card, you can special summon the same number of Spriggan monsters from your hand or graveyard. That's pretty ballin', I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
2. If this card is in your graveyard, you can turn an Exceeds monster on the field. Detach material from it if you do add this card to your hand, which procs Sargass. Lastly, we have Gigantic Thundercross. Normal trap. You only activate 1 card of this card's name per turn. Target monsters on the field and or in the graveyard equal to the difference between the number of both players' banished cards. Banish them. Then your opponent can special summon a monster from the deck.
We're here.
That's not a... I don't understand how that's supposed to work. Why do I suspect we'll see more of that summon restriction in the future? Oh. Trabrigade Arms Bucephalus the second.
Yeah, this one's mine.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, Tri-Brigade Arms. I think it's got to be Bucephalus.
I keep wanting to say Bucephalus.
I think it's got to be Bucephalus. Yeah, whatever I said a second ago. Bucephalus. Bucephalus.
Yeah.
Bucephalus.
The second.
Yeah. All right. So, Shureg enters the showdown. Fight. All right. So, this is a Link 5 Dark Winged Beast Link effect monster. 3,500 attack. Its links are left, right, bottom, left, bottom, left, bottom, right. So nothing to point to your opponent. Materials is 3+ Beast Warrior, and or Winged Beast monsters. Cannot be special summoned from the extra deck if you have 2 or less Tri-Brigade spell traps in your graveyard.
So you need to have 3. To be fair, it doesn't say they have to be different.
Correct. You can only use the third effect of this card's name once per turn. 1. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects when you special summon a monster or monsters.
Jesus!
Oh, that's broken.
Just to make all your monster summon spell speed 4. Jesus.
Yes. 2. When a monster declares an attack, you can banish this card and all cards your opponent controls.
But then they don't come back.
Correct. 3. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can send 1 Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast monster from your extra deck to the graveyard. Whoa.
I can totally see them putting that summoning restriction on future cards.
Maybe.
Because now in order to play this guy, you have to either play more copies of Revolt, or you gotta play some of the other spells and traps.
I think so. I think what you do is you play like 2 Revolt, 2 Airborne Assault, and 1 like Rendezvous.
Mm-hmm.
That way you can use potentially Kit to bin 1. And you also have access to Airborne Assault or Revolt, whatever you feel like you need.
Okay, that's fair.
And potentially even 2 Bear Brom.
Yeah, but like you still can't even get like I still don't see a way you can possibly like actually hit this guy turn 1 or turn 0. Bless you. Bless you.
Excuse me. Ooh.
All right, so moving on, we got some new cards. Lily announced while we're recording.
Yes, and these new cards are a mystery to us because they're not translated yet.
Ah, got it. Unfortunate.
What we do know is this.
It looks like a Live
Yes,
Twin.
It's new Live Twin support. We don't know what it is. There's some kind of a Live Twin karaoke card. It's a continuous spell. And
Another Link 1.
2.
Oh, where's the other? Oh, I see it. It's
Left and down.
I'm
But
looking at a weird angle, so it's
people are saying that this is actually an alt art.
alt art of which one?
I don't know. Whichever one it
Hang
is,
on.
they made her really hot.
If I had to guess, I want to say it's the blue one, like alt art for the blue one. The red one is because I don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head which one's Lilo and which one's Kiss Kill.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but it's the blue. I think it's an alt art for the blue one because the red one's there, but she's in her chibi form.
Yeah, so they announced that they're reprinting Live Twin Kiss-a-Kill, Kiss-a-Kill Frost, Lila Treat, all of them.
Yeah. So
They're reprinting everything.
the Kiss Kill Frost. Okay. So it's the Lila because I know Frost is the red one in a Jack Frost Halloween costume, and then Treat is a more Halloween.
Never mind, we have the cards. They are translated now.
Okay, cool. Thank
All
you,
right.
you organization, for being quick.
Yeah, Evil Twin Leela alternate art and Leela Wrap. Continuous spell card. You can only activate the effect of this card's name once per chain. Once per turn, if you special summon a monster or monsters from the graveyard, you can make your opponent lose 1,000 life points. And if they do, you gain 500 life points. Wow. That's crazy.
Good thing that's once per turn. Jeez.
Honestly. Wow, as if that deck did not already win in time. That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, you want to do some fast podcast questions of the day, mailbag questions?
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right, how was your day?
It was all right. Spent most of the day just chilling on my computer. Did a little bit of editing, and then watched some One Piece with my girlfriend.
The Saints won. My day was good.
Yeah.
I just chaperoned a high school homecoming to help out my coworkers. Do you have any fond homecoming or prom memories from high school?
No.
Nope, didn't go.
Same. I skipped them both.
Yeah. Which I regret, by the way. If anybody listening is in high school, I regret that. I wish I'd gone. Go experience those things. They're wonderful.
If you can't get a date, just go with your friends.
Honestly, yeah. And don't stress out about it. Don't make it a big deal. But definitely go. Because those are memories I don't have. So if anybody is in high school, definitely go. I regret not going.
On the flip side of that, I do not regret it.
I regret it. But I'm a social butterfly. So
I am not.
what is your go-to cheap and easy dinner to make at home? Okay. So it's Zatarain's, which is like a Louisiana seasoning company, makes these like frozen dinners. And it's literally just like Cajun chicken pasta, whatever. And you just rip the bag open. It's a frozen dinner, like $8. You dump it in the pot. You heat it up. Let it cook up because like the sauce is actually like these little frozen cubes.
Yeah.
And it cooks all down. And it's like you put the lid on to make sure that it cooks faster. And then you take the lid off and let some of the liquid kind of boil out and simmer down. Takes like less than 10 minutes.
Okay.
And it's delicious.
Okay, I've got two things, and they're pretty much the exact same thing. Either I cook chicken in butter and put that over rice, and then like pour some of the leftover butter in it.
Sure.
Or I'll make chicken instead of butter using like some grease to keep from sticking to my pan, and then just kind of pan sear it with some mango tango, I think is what it's called. And it's like it's basically like a rub you can use on a bunch of different stuff. It's really good on like pork.
Yeah.
But yeah, do that with the chicken. Let it sit for about an hour sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Let it soak in, and then put that over ice.
Yeah. Why is Sooo bad? No searchable hand or grave interactions.
Pretty much, yeah.
Patrick Hoban called Opulus a floodgate again on the most recent KooCast. Do you accept that your stance on this is not correct? No, I don't.
Hey,
He's allowed to be wrong.
Yeah, no one's perfect.
Yeah. I should have confronted him about that, honestly, at the Niagara. I talked to him several times.
Ah.
Go-to instant ramen flavor, spicy beef. Or
Shrimp.
spicy chicken. Spicy chicken.
Spicy shrimp if I can ever find it.
And brand, if you have a preference.
Not really.
I don't really have a preference. I'll eat it. I don't care. Dog or cat people? I used to be a dog person. I'm now a cat person.
Cat person. I have 2 cats.
I don't have any cats, although I wish I had cats. My wife's allergic, so I can't. Are either of you colorblind? No.
Ever so slightly.
I'm not.
Whenever I'm looking at at the middle of a tree, the top of it to me is red.
Why is folding and putting away laundry the worst household task? Because once it's done in the dryer, it feels like you're done already, but then you realize you have this whole other step that's not really all the way necessary. It's just kind of like, well, it's already washed and clean. This is just to keep the wrinkles out, which is kind of dumb. So it's like you feel like you don't really need to do it necessarily, so then you just don't do it and you procrastinate.
Yeah.
And then all your clothes are dirty again, so why fold them now? Just wash, so.
Yeah.
All right. Favorite Disney movie? Atlantis.
Either that or Treasure Planet.
Dude, so underrated. Most amusing way you've lost a duel? I don't know. It's almost never amusing. Do you have one off the top of your head?
Yes, this is actually from the video game Yu-Gi-Oh! And the Duels of the Roses, and
Okay.
I was playing up against Yugi's grandpa in that game.
Sure.
For those who don't know, his deckmaster is the body of Exodia.
Okay.
And I got my stuff going turn as fast as I've ever gotten my mechanics going.
Mm-hmm.
Turn 3. I got my infinite ramp attack and defense ramp going. It's great. Whole time, Grandpa just been kind of sitting there, just throwing away his cards in his hand.
Sure.
And every once in a while, he'd set a card. And if he sets down the 5th card, right? And he passes. I'm like, I got this. And I'm like, okay, move in, attack. And it's the left arm because he had a card behind him.
Okay.
It was the left arm, and I'm like, oh, he's doomed. I got him. His turn comes. He just flip, wins. Because his deck master counted.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, you were waiting for me to get to
Wow.
you before flip for game.
All right. What keeps you in Yu-Gi-Oh? The podcast. Literally the podcast.
Yeah.
Follow up to an earlier question. What would make you change your opinion on Oppo? Them changing the text.
Actually, here's what would make me change my opinion. Konami themselves, John S. Konami himself, coming out and saying that he thinks Appaloosa is a floodgate.
And I would disagree with him vehemently.
But no. There is no man of John S. Konami, CEO and founder of Konami.
Yeah. I don't know. What is your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh memory? Just sitting around the table playing kitchen table Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
It's the best. Favorite song genre to test to?
Lo-fi beats.
Yeah, either that or I listen to some chill Mac Miller.
Yeah, for me, it's one of my favorites is Low Chill Beats to Rip and Tear to.
Oh God, yes. Oh, dude, so good. Best anime opening?
For me, season 1, One Piece.
Season 4 of Attack on Titan, The Rumbling. Great.
No, don't get me wrong, it's great. Me personally, I'm more into those, open, let's go on an adventure type of
Sure.
openings.
Is Jinjo truly the best waifu? Sure. In our hypothetical Yu-Gi-Oh dating sim, what would be the Chamber Dragon Maid route have to earn her affection? I don't know. Y'all are the ones designing it. You do that.
Yeah, listen. I put 2 brain cells on that joke, and it was 2 brain cells too many.
Yeah. What would be your rules for fantasy football draft rules of YCS players drafting from round 1 pairings coverage blog? Holy crap. This is such a targeted question.
Listen, I don't know how fantasy football works. I'm not the person to ask.
Give me a couple of weeks to think about this because now I'm interested. All right. Let's see. The best song on the Black Parade. Probably the Black Parade.
Yeah.
Because I don't know any other songs on it. So. All right. Scenario. All floodgates in Yu-Gi-Oh! Get banned, but One Piece never concludes. Or One Piece concludes in a timely manner, but every card is unlimited. I'm going to be real with you, dog. I'd rather One Piece never conclude.
Okay, so
Can I just get quality story arcs from this anime for the rest of my life?
Well...
Is that allowed?
Okay, so the issue, though, is that eventually you're going to get less and less quality from it. Every show...
We're in year 25, and it's the best it's ever been.
Every show will suffer from seasonal rot eventually. There are only 3 certainties in life. Death, taxes, and seasonal rot.
Except for One Piece.
The last thing, because in my opinion, One Piece has already had some seasonal rot to it.
I guess Dressrosa, Mid Wano, Mid Whole Cake. You got these.
Skypiea, the entire Skypiea arc was some pretty bad seasonal rot.
Okay, actually, I know you're not caught up, but Skypiea has really come around to being one of my favorite
fair
arcs
enough.
because everything that happened in Skypiea became like foreshadowing, essentially.
Yeah. And then
Skypiea has actually been one of the most relevant arcs in all of One Piece.
Yeah. But the writer for One Piece was really good at balancing the seasonal rot. Again, it is going to happen eventually. Like I said, the writer's really good at balancing that out, so that way he can almost completely eliminate the effects of seasonal rot. But if the show is to continue on for another 30 seasons, let's just say, it'll start rotting. It always happens, and it always will, unfortunately. So now, when you say timely, though, I wanted to end because that's where the story was supposed to end.
Yes.
I don't like when stories end prematurely, so they have to rush the ending, or if a story was supposed to end and they got forced to continue it.
I think One Piece is currently on a timeline to end the story within the next 2 to 3 years.
Oh yeah, no, I think that's. I think the writer said that he is in the final arc.
No, not arc, act.
Thank you, act.
Yeah, you got it right the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so without turning this into a One Piece podcast, essentially, One Piece has been going for over 2.5 decades now, and the writer Ishiro Oda has stated that he is conclusively at the point where he feels this is the end. So, I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yeah, we're in One Piece's end game.
Maybe I'll put a One Piece poster right here.
Maybe get like one of the Wano posters.
True. Anyway, again, thank you all so much for listening to today's episode of the podcast. We truly do appreciate everyone's support. And of course, if you haven't already, check out our Patreon, check out Millennium Threads, and of course, the Dragon Shield and TCG Player affiliate links down below. And with that said, if you are on YouTube and you enjoyed this, please go ahead and subscribe, ding the notification bell. Oh my goodness.
Ow.
You did this huge motion for audio listeners, bless your hearts. Caleb did this huge like waving motion where he pointed down below.
Yeah, like go look in the description.
Except he flung his arms out and locked his elbows, and when he did, they both popped.
No. When I was doing like this, my shoulder popped.
Oh, dude, that was loud.
Oh,
you just quit popping things, dude.
Oh man. Oh, I'm getting old.
Are you quite done?
For now.
Have you popped it and locked it?
I hope so. Oh, this is going to be painful standing up.
All right, that's it. That'll be it. Hey, listen, enjoy your week, everybody. Thanks so much for listening.
Take care, everybody.